When I first decided to go from swing trading to intraday trading, the only short-term strategy that made a lot of sense to me was market profile. One of the crucial components of market profile is the first hour of active trading. That first hour is referred to as the initial balance range. Since I've been doing the appearances on Top Step TV every Monday and Wednesday, one of the most frequent questions that we get, okay, it's the first hour of trading, but how do we use that? Well, I can tell you that it's not going to be like support resistance on most days. Before I get into it, let's go walk the dogs. Welcome to the English countryside. I've got my wellies, my raincoat, jacket, loads of dogs. It's giving dog walker vibes, isn't it? While I'm taking you through the use of the initial balance range in this video, if you have a question, feel free to pop them down in the comments. I always respond to any trading related questions in quite a lot of detail. And also, if anything is unclear, make sure you click back in the video where I explain these concepts. I've placed the chapters down below to make this process a bit easier. Now, just a minute ago, I said the initial balance high and low is not supposed to be used as resistance and support. And although this will be true for the majority of the days, there might be about 2% of the days where this might be an appropriate intraday strategy. And that's when the day is incredibly slow. And when the only movement that you have is the one that you get for the initial balance.
3 hours later.
So to clarify, a slow day where the price never leaves the first hour of trading range, never leaves the initial balance, is called a non-trend day type. And with the products that we trade, highly liquid futures products, non-trend days only happen about 1 to 3% of the time when we take, let's say, about 1 to 3 years as a sample size. And also, a non-trend day is not necessarily synonymous with a ranging day, because ranging days by default still generally have a lot of movement, but not in the single direction. Where's your ball, Crichton? Oh, there. That's Crichton. There's Manny. They're both crazy. This is Astrid. And I have no idea where 7 went. A ranging day in the market profile concept, which is one of the cornerstones of my own method, the Market Stalkers method, a ranging day is called a neutral day type. Why? Because a neutral day will extend the initial balance range not just to one side, but also to the other side of the initial balance. Therefore, if you're trying to use the initial balance highs and lows for this sort of strategy, you're not going to be very successful because you're going to get a lot of stop outs. On those kind of days, you'd be better off using something like a second standard deviation around the session highs and lows. You can watch a video from my free mini course that I did here on YouTube on VWAP and how to use that for ranging days. And I'm going to put that link somewhere around this video. Now, sometimes those extensions of the initial balance range will be quite significant, they'll be quite large. So again, if you suspect a ranging day, a better way to approach it is to start looking for reversals only once the price attempts to leave that first hour of trading. This brings me to the next use, and that's to actually observe in real time how the price behaves once it tries to leave the initial balance. That can provide some solid clues about the type of a day that you might have. Constantly losing balls, guys. Losing balls. The story of a dog's life. You want this one? Go. Ready? Go. If the 30-minute period closes confidently outside of the initial balance, this will increase the chances of the auction being successful. So it means that the move that they attempted was successful. Now, if it fails, the move is then not successful, and this increases the chances of the price going right back where it started, to the beginning of the initial balance. Immediately starting to look at the market in this way means that you're beginning your journey as a systematic trader, because now you're using actual market-generated real-time information, not any kind of a lagging indicator. So to recap, if the move is sustained, you're looking at a higher possibility of a trending day. And if you're looking at a move that failed, you're looking at something called a failed auction. So therefore a reversal trade. So systematically, you then have the conditions for either a continuation of the move or a reversal. Now, obviously, this is an oversimplification of what can happen and some of the other factors that can impact the price behavior around these initial balance edges, because you can also have days where the price goes outside of the initial balance, but it doesn't really go very far and just runs out of steam. You can also get fake outs. Price pops outside of the initial balance range, comes back into it, and then slowly creeps up outside of it again. And this particular behavior would be a hallmark of a slower auction day. So not necessarily a ranging day, just a slower auction. There are excellent ways to recognize which of these is the case, but you would need to start using some of the other components of the market profile, such as the TPOs, which are those letters that you might see on some of our charts when we're talking about market profile strategies. But that's a topic for another time. All in all, market profile is a very powerful lens. It's not an indicator, but it can minimize guesswork and the need for crystal balls, much easier than trying to develop psychic abilities. All right, that's it for now. Until next time, let's try to be less grasshopper and more market stalker with every single day. Goodbye.